My name is Jess, and I've been a living caregiver for the last 11 years. My grandmother's now going to be 89 this summer, and it has been quite a process. We have been together with Grandma through many physical changes, different diagnosis. We have had the fun times of living together through COVID. Um, so I've got a lot of details that I can go over. Um, some may pertain to you and some may not. Um, so, Grandma's number one most challenging diagnosis for her day to day life is the fact that she has a Charcot joint. Um, really limits her mobility, gives her lots of pain, and just creates an overall deterioration of what she can and can't do. Creates challenges as far as finding specialists to help her, um, getting someone to make custom shoes, things like that. That I guess in the beginning I didn't realize would become such a hassle, challenge. Um, in 2014, Grandma also had open heart surgery. She had uh, live transplant valves put in her heart due to 3 episodes of rheumatic fever as a child. Um, no one here would touch her. We had to seek out and find specialists that would operate on her. Um, Thankfully, it was successful. Still to this day, great reports on that on her annual exams. Um, in uh, the months following that surgery, she had severe infections due to her diabetes and just not being able to heal properly. That was my first experience at wound care. Uh, and boy, it was quite a throw. Um, wasn't something that I felt like I was ever going to be able comfortable with. And learning how to pack a wound and seeing my rules change, seeing my children who lived here at the time embracing that and being willing to learn the same things that I was. Um, I'm very lucky to have my kids and my husband on board. Um, it's not something that I could do alone. Um, in 2016, sorry, I'm gonna back up. In 2015, we lost my uncle very unexpectedly, which really threw my grandmother through a lot of emotional trauma. She'd already lost her husband, and now she was bearing a child. And that was something that I don't know anyone could prepare for. Um, I definitely relied a lot on social media support pages, uh, on how to deal with her emotions, on how to process my own grief, help my children through the grief, and yet still care for grandma in the ways that she needed cared for. Um, I really think that was the biggest changing point in our relationship. Um, that was the time where I really feel like our roles changed. Um, Grandma was basically 100% dependent at that point in time. Um, the emotional toll really deteriorated everything physically that she had left. It just changed life. And um, shortly after uh, finishing his estate, Grandma started having episodes of fainting, um, went through the process of everything with her heart again, ended up that we needed to have a pacemaker implanted. Um, Again, a large infection followed, and that sealed the deal that she will never qualify for surgery on her Charcot joint. Um, just kind of finalized the fact that Grandma will need full-time care for the rest of her life. Um, she's able to get up and walk with a walker. The risk of falling is very great due to the fact that the Charcot joint um, dislocates her ankle at any given moment. Um, there's different things that we do to help that, but taking a step to knowing that my family of 4 is always going to be a family of 5. Um, Graham and Pap always joked that I was their 4th child. I was with them my entire childhood. I went on countless vacations with them. And now I tell Graham she's my 3rd child. Uh, the rules changed, and I wouldn't change it for the world, but I can wholeheartedly tell you that it's an entirely different mindset. I've watched my children grow up having a relationship with my mom. I've also watched my children grow up having a respect for elderly that you don't see a lot in a younger generation. And although that's a blessing, it's definitely, as a caregiver, something that you have to accept as a lifetime change. I'm blessed that I have all of our family nearby. There are times when I go away to work or I go away to a sports game when it's too cold outside for grandma to sit, that I can call on my aunt, I can call on my mom or my cousin to come and be with grandma for the day or the night. Um, my kids, now that they are fully grown, have embraced the fact that they get to stay at home and be grandma's caregiver. And they excel at it to no end. Um, so being a married caregiver, um, I can tell you that it's it's a test of a marriage. It is a challenge at times. It is also amazing to watch your spouse care for your family member. Um, and again, that's something that I have turned to a lot of social media support groups over the years looking for guidance or support or knowledge on how to handle things. This isn't something that you can do alone.